Hi everyone. So RISCO stands for Restoration Insurance and Financial Services Company. I'm Ashwin. I'm the founder. So just to give you a quick background, so RISCO was incubated at the Climate Finance Lab, which is run by the Climate Policy Initiative, and it was done by Conservation International. Since then, we've done feasibility studies in the Philippines and in India, and we're in the process of launching in both these countries now. So this is all about mangroves. So in the mangroves are really important, right? Mangroves store 10 times as much carbon as terrestrial forests, and they provide a host of other ecosystem benefits such as biodiversity. They also provide flood height reduction to the communities in their vicinity. And in the last 20 years, we've lost all, 25% of our mangrove cover. And in the absence of external intervention, we're going to lose all mangrove cover in the next 100 years. So our goal was to currently mangrove restoration is done through grant funding, which is unsustainable. We wanted to create a business model that restores mangroves while making a profit for its investors. So this is an example of how mangroves protect the communities in their vicinity, how they break the wave energy and protect the communities during floods. So our solution is to create financial products that leverage the risk reduction properties of mangroves to uplift coastal communities in these emerging markets or in these vulnerable countries while stimulating mangrove conservation and restoration. So how does it work? So the main vehicle that we use for community-based under mangrove restoration is RISCO Fund. Now, I say fund, it could be a microfinance institute or a lending company. So the form is less important than the function. The function is we've identified three functions for this. One is we provide revenue-based financing for social enterprises that set up community-run mangrove positive businesses. Now, examples of these are integrated mangrove aquaculture systems, sustainable shrimp farming, there's sustainable crab fattening, there's ecotourism. The other one is we provide loans and training to self-help groups to start mangrove positive businesses. And the third is we provide loans to small businesses that already do mangrove positive work. Now the source, so RISCO fund has three sources. One is through RISCO insurance, second is impact investors, and third is through the sale of blue carbon credits. So I'll go into the sources one by one. So first is RISCO insurance. So what we do is we sell parametric insurance to cities, villages, communities, and small businesses. Uh, that protects them against or that adds capacity for them to recover from natural catastrophe. Now, the money that we make from the sale of these insurance goes into the fund. We use the fund to do mangrove conservation and restoration work. This reduces the impact of future weather events, and it also reduces out-of-pocket expenses for these community members. So there are precedents for parametric insurance used by provinces and cities in other parts of the world. Where China, there's about 19 cities that have done this. In India, there's 2 states that have bought parametric insurance for natural catastrophe cover. And in Yucatan, there's actually protecting their coral reefs because the tourism revenue depends on these coral reefs. The second source of funding is through the sale of blue carbon credits, which is pretty straightforward in terms of the logic, although the implementation is quite complex. And then there's the impact investors who are looking for a who are looking for fixed returns, especially those with a mandate for conservation or restoration. They invest with us. We deploy those funds, the communities, and so this is an example of one of the mangrove positive businesses that we did, where we trained a group of 30 women in the Philippines. They didn't have any source of income. We trained them to start a seaweed farm. And what we realized is not only can they set up this farm, take care of themselves, generate enough money to take care of themselves, but they can also pay back the loan and take care of their families and grow the business. These are other examples of mangrove positive businesses. These are some of the things that we're piloting in the Sundarbans in India as we speak. So this is an integrated mangrove aquaculture system. There's ecotourism, and as I said before, there's sustainable crab fattening, there's sustainable shrimp farming, sustainable mangrove honey, etc. So far, we've raised 1.5 million, but that was for feasibility study, and now we're at the launch stage where we're looking at about 2 million, which is a mix of grant and equity. Mm, yeah, that's kind of about it. I'm happy to take questions.